you can see this gap closing. I've seen road racing also communicating very well with their drivers with pit boards. I've seen that next to the track. So he will surely know that it's 153 Mini Maxi ahead of him. You'll know this fight is for position. It is not a back marker. You will be informed of that. The gap was 0.7 of a second. Now it's half a second. Our two leaders, they are coming up behind a couple of back markers. That gap was half a second. It is down to 0.2 now. Mini Maxi, the Rogue Racing one right behind him, down to 0.2 that gap. He is within slipstream range. He is going to get that benefit of the toe down the straights. Mini Maxi's last lap 50.5, Rogue Racing a 50.25. And as it turns out, these two karts, Rogue Racing 1 closing up on Mini Maxi, and as that happens, they are closing up behind a couple of back markers. Blue flags will be out. Karts do not have to give way, but they must be aware that there's a quicker kart approaching behind them. Ooh, Mini Maxi not getting past that time. It's Rogue Racing 1, not up the inside. Mini Maxi still behind that back marker. Now Mini Maxi to the outside, and Rogue Racing 1 is through. Rogue Racing 1, excellent use of the back markers there. And there we see Mini Maxi clearing the back marker. Mini Maxi, as it turns out, right behind Rogue Racing 1 inside that slipstream. Let's see what's going to happen. As Rogue Racing 1 was closing in, he was quite a bit faster than Mini Maxi, but now Mini Maxi is chasing. Can make a difference in karting when you chase somebody down. Kart going into the pits. They are coming up behind Rock Racing, blue and yellow kart. Blue flags are out. New race best lap by Rogue Racing 1, a 50.113. And with Mini Maxi in that tow, a personal best lap from Mini Maxi, 50.176. So both are two top drivers getting their fastest laps as they cross the start-finish line there. Passing back markers without losing time is a skill in itself. As we see Rogue Racing 1 into the hairpin, passing both back markers. Mini Maxi following suit. That is 222 in shot. Rogue Racing 1, Mini Maxi both passing. Oh, yellow flags, yellow flags. There was a kart off the track at turn 1. Couldn't quite see who that was. So we got this pack of karts together. Singular Systems just made a stop. 1 minute 23 from start line to start line. Meaning that they lost something in the region of 31 seconds. Remember, viewers, they have to weigh the kart, get off the scale, do a driver change, and get out the pits, while keeping in mind that You have to adhere to a speed limit in the pit lane of walking speed. Okay, we got some more action now. We have Roadrunner. Roadrunner in your shot now. That's Roadrunner with Lanzetti ahead of him. Lanzetti in the yellow, making a move on a back marker. Lanzetti on the inside, makes his move. Roadrunner is averaging 0.4 of a second quicker than Lanzetti over the last 5 laps. You see Roadrunner on the inside coming into the double right-hander complex. And that gap is visibly closing. Lanzetti with a look behind, Roadrunner with a big tuck. That is Lanzetti on the inside of a back marker. Roadrunner also making a move on a different back marker. Lanzetti and Roadrunner getting sandwiched there. It looks to be singular systems slowing down a lot. I don't think it's a mechanical issue. Just getting caught up there with the 2 drivers passing them, and this is Roadrunner up the inside. Is there going to be a cut back from Lanzetti? Roadrunner looking behind him, not giving Lanzetti a chance to make the pass back on him. That is Roadrunner through. I can promise you Lanzetti Racing is going to put up a fight here. He's not going to let that go. I've raced against him many times. He's not somebody that easily gives up a position. He is going to fight to the death. However, he's also a karter that will keep in mind it's a 9-hour race. Not going to make any silly moves. Both of them tucking in, trying to get that extra kart length or 2 down the main straight. Looking down the order, I can see Rogue Racing 2 is 11 laps behind the leader. So Rogue Racing 2, after being in 3rd position, they have made a 10-minute stop. Now there can be a couple of reasons for a 10-minute stop. Any mechanical issues being fixed, changes being made to the kart, or a strategic move to get away from the battles and making the stop early. Here we see Rogue Racing 1 minute 10 seconds on their start line to start line time, meaning that they lost around about 19 seconds in the pit lane. That is really great. I can tell you folks, 19 seconds getting into the pit lane, onto the scale, again off the scale, driver change, and it is not a straight pit lane. So 19 seconds, very well done by Rogue Racing 1 on that pit stop. That means Mini Maxi is in the lead. Race has settled down somewhat. We got this one battle going on for P4 between Roadrunner and Lanzetti. Seems that Roadrunner is pulling away at about 0.3 of a second per lap, so he is opening up that gap. Karting, I think, has passed Red Bull for P13. Okay, there's a new development. Rogue Racing 2, after making that 10-minute pit stop, they are currently in 18th, so they dropped quite a bit down the order, and it is quite a fast kart, one of the quicker karts and drivers on track. So now they are clawing their way back through the field. Rogue Racing 2 in 18th, 4.5 seconds behind Setenaidu. I can tell you last lap was 51.5 for Setenaidu, 50.9 for Rogue Racing 2, taking 0.6 of a second out of Setenaidu. And again this lap, 2.5 tenths of a second, quarter second. As we saw, 2F has made a pit stop, 1 minute 27. Time lost. Team Edenvale out of the pits, 1 minute 29. Sorry, not time lost, start line to start line. That is Setenaidu, the blue number 22 kart coming into your screen now. There's a back marker in between him and Rogue Racing 2. The gap now at 1.3 seconds. Setenaidu crosses the start-finish line. Let's see what lap time he has. 51.3. Rogue Racing 2. Remember, this is a battle for P17 with 50.7, taking 0.6 of a second out of Setenaidu. Nissan Afterstyles making the pit stop, 1 minute 20 seconds. So we still look at Setenaidu. Rogue Racing 2. Rogue Racing 2 making a move. Bazinga made this stop. 1 minute 17. So a very good stop. Set to 50.1.2, Rogue Racing 250.7. Half a second being eroded from that gap. And we are just over 1 hour into this race. Mini Maxi leading the way, and a lot of action so far. The race has settled down somewhat in the last 25 minutes or so. Still, we're going to see a lot of action with pit stops to come. Drivers making their way up the field after pit stops. Someone peeling off into the pit lane. I believe that is Red Bull Racing, number 79. Or it was 94. Not sure. We got another battle developing. We got Rogue Racing 1 chasing Mini Maxi. Mini Maxi leading the race. Rogue Racing 1 in second position. Coming around the double right-hander. That is Mini Maxi and Rogue Racing 1. .8 kilometers an hour average race speed. Racing 1 taking a quarter second out of Mini Maxi on that lap. The gap now is 0.7 of a second. Oh, that was Mini Maxi clipping the curb there into the double left. Really pushing now. I don't know if that was planned. I don't think so. Otherwise, he's really driving that kart on the edge. This is the 94 kart R&D Racing, and there's Mini Maxi making the move into the double right-hander. Let's see what Rogue Racing 1 does now. Rogue Racing 1, 3 Linus turn coming into the double left-hander down the straight. Rogue Racing 1 getting an excellent tow with 2 karts in front of him. It's going to make the move up the inside, and there Rogue Racing 1 is through. R&D Racing, he lets it go. He knows these are the 2 leaders. Rogue Racing 1 right behind Mini Maxi now. A couple of more back markers in front of them, but that's the name of the game in endurance racing. You need to manage back markers. You need to know how to move through the field, even though you're battling against the other kart. To learn how to use back markers to your advantage. Battle there, we just saw Singular Systems making a move on the right hand side of our screen. Big battle ahead of our 2 leaders, and their driver waving them through, knowing that these are the leaders, probably seeing the blue flags. Leaders are through. Mini Maxi with Rogue Racing 1 right behind him. They're closing up on this pack of 4 karts ahead, coming into the double left-hander complex. Oh, here we go, there's a kart. Okay, kart waved them through. Very nice from the drivers, always very professional from our karters here. Oh, spun off the track. Dust in the background. Oh, massive spin. That was very high speed. Hopefully there's no damage to that kart. I think that's Singular Systems. And out in front, we still have Mini Maxi leading Rogue Racing 1. Gap is very small. You can see it there on your screens. Maxi getting through. Rogue Racing 1 following suit. Okay, that driver let them through. That's why the drivers are waving at them. They clearly know when somebody is letting them past. Everyone focuses on their own race, and if the leaders come up behind you, you see the blue flags and you just let them go. It's somewhat peeling off into the pit lane. Sure if it was actually Mini Maxi. I believe. No, Mini Maxi is still there. There's the other kart that peeled off into the pit lane. Ooh, great stuff. Mini Maxi with a double overtake. Rogue Racing has lost some ground with these back markers in the mix. Mini Maxi doing a great job of getting past the back markers. There you can see a lot of hard work lost for Rogue Racing 1. They were literally 0.2 of a second behind Mini Maxi and now lost a lot of ground.